If you want to get rid of excess belly fat and lose weight, then you need to burn more calories than you consume, which means you need to be in a calorie deficit. And in today's video, I'm giving you 6 easy ways to get in and stay in a calorie deficit. And make sure you watch the entire video, because for one of these points, 95% of y'all have never heard of it before. Hello and good morning and welcome back to my channel. I'm naturally Ray, or you can just call me Ray. Now, if you know you watch my videos back to back and have not subscribed, why not? Make sure you subscribe and hit your notification bell so you don't miss when I upload feature vlogs and videos where I talk about health, fitness and lifestyle. Now, when you're losing weight, you ultimately want to eat foods that you love and that fuel and nourish your body. But you also want to consume foods that help to keep you fuller for longer with not a lot of calories, because the only way to lose weight is to create and sustain a calorie deficit. But if the foods you eat do not match your goals, you won't get the desired results. Now, the first easy way to stay in a calorie deficit is to prioritize your protein. Getting enough protein is the key to losing weight and maintaining that weight. Protein is important in stimulating insulin, and it helps to stabilize your blood sugar. It also helps to slow digestion, which reduces your blood sugar spike, and it helps to keep you fuller for longer. Protein also aids in increasing your satiety hormone and helps to reduce your food cravings. The recommended daily intake for your protein is 0.8 to 1.2 grams of protein per kilogram of your ideal body weight or your lean muscle mass. An easy way to calculate it is just try your best to eat about 30 grams of protein in your main meals, so your breakfast, lunch, dinner and even snack. I actually did a recent video where I gave you all 6 easy ways to get more protein into your diet, so make sure you have a look at that video. I would link it in the description box below, but it will give you some great ideas to get more protein every single day. Now, my second tip is closely related to tip number 1, because while it's important to prioritize protein, I wanted to make this a separate point, and that is to choose foods with a high protein to calorie ratio, which means you can optimize the amount of protein you consume daily without going over your carbs and your fat. So I'm going to try my best to explain this example, but I'm going to go into the kitchen so that I can show you all exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so I got my feta cheese out of the fridge so that I can show you all if a particular product has a high protein to calorie ratio. So what you need to do is look at the amount of calories per serving. So you have 70 calories per serving, and then you compare it to your protein here. So you're seeing 6 grams of protein. Now, this is something easy. It's not a whole set of big calculation. All you need to do is add a 0 to your 6 grams. So this will make it 60, and compared to 70, those numbers are close together. So that means that this particular product has a high protein to calorie ratio, which is great. Now, what will make it even better is if the amount of protein in this product was, say, 12. So again, it's very easy. You add a 0 to the 12, which means it's 120, and you compare it to the amount of calories per serving, 70. That is almost twice the amount in terms of number, comparing 120 to 70, which means if this actually had 12 grams of protein per serving, it means it's like a really great product that has a high amount of protein per calorie. Not per calorie, a high amount of protein per calorie ratio. Now, on the flip side, if for example this was, say, 3 grams of protein in it, and you add a 0, that's only 30 compared to 70, which is way less than the amount of calories per serving, which means that if it was 3 grams, then this would not be a product that I would say is high in protein per calorie in terms of the ratio. The third tip that makes it easier to be in a calorie deficit is to eat more fiber-rich foods, which means you have to eat more fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, grains, peas, and beans. Just like protein, fiber also slows digestion, which improves your blood sugar response and also aids in appetite control and inflammation, just promoting weight loss. Fruits and vegetables not only have great nutritional value, but they help to tell your brain when you are full, even though you are in a calorie deficit. The fourth tip that will help you to stay in a calorie deficit so that you can lose your belly fat and lose weight is to increase the amount of healthy healthy fats you consume on a day-to-day basis, and the most popular examples are avocados. To be honest, I've never met anyone who doesn't like avocado. Now, if you don't like it, I am really sorry for you. I mean, no, genuinely, I am sorry, because they are so tasty. I love it so much. Now, avocados are so beneficial. They contain high levels of healthy fats, which helps you to feel fuller in between your meals, and they also help to stabilize your blood sugar levels. Now, although avocados have healthy fats and they have proven health benefits, you need to be mindful as to how much you eat, because they are very calorie dense, which means a small amount of avocado or even a small amount of almonds, they are high in calories. So don't be fooled. I remember at the beginning of my weight loss journey, I ate so much avocado, so much almonds, and yes, they are healthy for you, they are beneficial to you, but just be mindful. If you're trying to be in a calorie deficit, you cannot eat a lot of it, because you would not be able to see the results you want. Now, tip number 5 to help you to get into a calorie deficit and stay in a calorie deficit is to eat more whole foods versus ultra processed foods. Now, you have to do your due diligence when it comes to knowing what ultra processed foods are. I know the majority of us already know the junk foods and the fast foods. They are highly processed and ultra processed foods, but be very careful and try to educate yourself, because there are a lot of products and a lot of foods and meals that people market as healthy, but if it is that you look at the ingredient list, you would realize that they are full of ultra processed and highly processed foods. So be very mindful of that, because these highly processed foods tend to be more calorie dense. They often are high in salt, sugar, unhealthy seed oils, and void of protein and fiber. They are usually very hyper palatable, which means they make you eat more, therefore you consume more calories easily, and unfortunately they are low in nutritional quality and tend not to be very satiating, therefore making you consume more and more. Now, while you may be able to lose a lot of fat through your nutrition and creating a calorie deficit, if you want to make it more efficient, I would recommend that you increase your activity levels, specifically increasing your step count. If you've not been keeping up with my videos, you will know that I started a 30-day reset challenge at the beginning of July, and now this is the last couple of days in July, and I'm so excited to show you my results. Make sure that you stay tuned, turn on your notification bell, and make sure you subscribe so you do not miss when I upload that video where I give you all my results. And you all know one of my main negotiables to do every single day for these 30 days was to increase the amount of steps I took, specifically walking for 1 more hour intentionally. Y'all, spoiler alert, I end up walking more than an hour every day, and it has been excellent. Walking is an excellent way of helping you to lose your belly fat, y'all. It has been a game changer. Now, what I would say as a general rule when it comes to exercising, you should not use exercise to burn your food or earn your food, because really and truly, in general, exercise is not the best way to burn your calories. Your nutrition is key. I say that all the time. Nutrition is key, and making sure that you can increase your activity levels, your non-exercise activity thermogenesis, your NEAT. I talked about that in a previous video, and I will also talk about it in a future video coming, so look out for that as well. Now, here's the thing. When I set out to do this particular goal and this non-negotiable, I just told myself I will do 1 hour extra of walking every day, because really and truly I live a very sedentary lifestyle and I needed to change that immediately. And y'all, it has been so easy to walk sometimes an hour, 2.5 hours, and I know that seems long, but I don't do it all at once. What you can do is just break it up. You can walk 10, 15, 20 minutes after every meal. Sometimes I just watch a YouTube video. I just choose one of my favorite YouTubers to watch. Sometimes their videos are 20 minutes long, 15 minutes long, 30 minutes long. Sometimes I just watch 2 YouTube videos, or maybe I would listen to a podcast, listen to an audiobook, listen to music. Y'all, an hour passes really quickly, especially if you're watching videos or listening to things that you're very interested in and it's very entertaining or educational. You can also listen to some of my videos while you walk. But I'm just saying, it is actually not as difficult as you seem to increase the number of steps. I know I talked in previous videos about that arbitrary 10,000 steps, and you're just from enjoying listening to music, watching videos, listening to podcasts. I pass that 10,000 steps almost every single day. Again, look out for that video where I talk about all my non-negotiables, everything that I did for that reset challenge, because y'all, it is easier than you think. And if you're also on this weight loss journey, let me know in the comments how things are going. If you liked any of these tips, make sure you give it a thumbs up, make sure you like, of course subscribe and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss when I upload future vlogs and videos. And as always, try your best to become the healthiest version of yourselves. Bye guys.